And still on political matters, the Ekiti State chapter of the People's Democratic Party has promised to resolve its internal disputes to defeat the All Progressives Congress in the 2026 governorship election. Leaders of the party disclosed this in Ekiti during the inauguration of the party's Stakeholders Committee. Adeola Aderibibe reports.
Gathered in this hall are leaders and members of the People's Democratic Party in Ekiti State for the inauguration of the Stakeholders Committee of the party. The caretaker chairman of the party in Ekiti State, Dare Adeleke, says efforts are in top gear to reposition the party and resolve all internal disputes.
The PDP, we have the syndromes of unity. That's true. It's nothing for the fact that we may have one issue or the other. That's the norm of democracy. It's like the work of Machiavelli that says that the practical root of democracy. But in Ekiti State, I discovered that their grievances are not as deeper as some people thought. It is the outsider that finding the ember of discord among them. So PDP is a unity party, is going to stand up.
Other party stakeholders agreed they must bury their differences in order to rejuvenate the party in the Ekiti State.
Human being, it's natural to have a disagreement. But when you bring it to the leaders, they will beg and adjust. And that's it. So, and that is what we have been empowered to do, and we have done that successfully. People who are sincere with the party. That's what it's meant for. Except if they are traders, experts. And that's why you can see who is who in the party here.
Recall the PDP in Ekiti State has been emerged in crisis, which has led to the postponement of the state congress of the party. Adeola Aderibibe, TVC News, Ekiti.
The Abia State chapter of the Inter-Party Advisory Council has expressed satisfaction with the outcome of the just concluded local government election. The state chairman of IPAC, Uluocha Nelson, said this while addressing the press in Umuahia, the state capital. He commended Governor Alex Otti for not interfering with the constitutional duties of Abia State Independent Electoral Commission, leading to a transparent, fair and hitch-free exercise. The Inter-Party Advisory Council is calling on those that emerged winners to run an all-inclusive leadership as well as develop their local government areas.
We, as a body and as state chairman of a political party, they have gone back to consolidate on the outcome of the election and promise to do better next time. So far, so good. We have heard that some candidates have expressed dissatisfaction with APSEC on the release of certified true copies of the election.
We in IPAC, we are not an opposition party. We only act as an advisory body in making sure we strengthen democracy, maintain political stability in the state. There is no need heating up the polity. Election has come and gone. I must be frank with you. APSEC has done a very wonderful job.
And still to come on the news at 1, Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board begins accreditation of centers for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination. We'll have details after the break. Stay with us.
So many words and said,
how will I face this crowd? With Tom Tom, no Lily. Let's do this.
Stay confident and stay focused. Breathe for it.
With us on the news, a reminder of our top stories. President Tinubu joins other world leaders at Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, to attend 19th Heads of State and Government Summit of the Group of 20. House of Representatives begins public hearing on tax reform bills to provide clarifications on the proposed restructuring. Outside Nigeria, United States President Joe Biden gives green light for Ukraine to use long-range U.S. missiles to strike inside Russia. Coming up in sports, Super Eagles to miss key players in final qualifying match of the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations against Rwanda. Let's turn to education matters now. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board says it has commenced the accreditation of centers for the 2025 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, which it says is a critical first step preparing for the annual examination. The board is asking all new computer-based test centers who desire to participate in the 2025 UTME exercise to visit its website to avail themselves of the requirement for establishing a JAMB-approved CBT center. These centers are also asked to notify the board in writing of their intention to participate in the accreditation exercise. JAMB established centers that were successfully accredited and participated in the 2024 UTME without any issues are also asked to proceed to register their interest through the Center Management System, that's the CMS portal. Well, let's turn our attention now to other stories. In Jigawa State, the state government says it is set to be the front runner in remitting internally generated revenue to the Treasury single account, showcasing its commitment to transparency and accountability. The executive chairman of the State Internal Revenue Service, Nasiru Idris, disclosed this during a one-day sensitization meeting on statewide revenue collection using the remitter payment gateway across all ministries, departments, and agencies. Now, Nasiru Idris joins me on the news to discuss more on this. Good to have you join us. Right, so, Mr. Nasiru Idris, I just wanted to confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So I was going to ask you what necessitated this move. We understand that the tax payment system in Jigawa State has now gone digital. What necessitated that move?
Actually, what necessitated the move, the issue of automation is now the best practices across the world. So that is why, and the manual system of revenue collection has been prone to so many errors, including human errors and irregularities. And it's prone to leakages whereby the government revenue evaporates. So, as you are aware, the 12-point agenda of His Excellency Madam Umar-Nomadi FCA includes improving revenue generation. So IGR is number 12 on the agenda. So in a bid to double the revenue generation in the Jigawa State, we decided to develop a policy that will block the leakages in the tax collection system. Automation is very important in order to block leakages in the tax collection system. Looking at the irregularities contained in the manual collection system, we developed an in-house platform which we integrate with remitter as a payment gateway. Last week, we were able to sensitize the MDAs. We call all the accountants, accounting officers in all the MDAs in Jigawa State in order to sensitize them on the use of the automated payment system. We try to educate them, and also a presentation was made on the importance of adoption of automated system of revenue collection.
All right, Mr. Idris, if I may come in here.
Taken by this administration will lead to.
All right, Mr. Idris, I wanted to ask you, because just to find out how well you're carrying the local governments along, because for a lot of people, the issue of tax, when it comes to the issue of tax, the biggest issue for them is multiple taxation. How well are you carrying the local government along? And does this new digital system also address that?
Yes, you see, since when we came on board as the executive chairman, Jigawa State Internal Revenue Service, we convened the meeting of the state and local government joint revenue committee, which is saddled with the responsibility of harmonizing the entire revenue collection from the state. By so doing, we have adopted the consolidated demand notice approach, whereby the taxpayer will receive a consolidated demand notice on all taxes payable to the federal government. Instead of dealing with different tiers of government, the taxpayer does not have to deal with multiple revenue collectors from different MDAs or different tiers of government. The taxpayer is given a single demand notice which consolidates all revenue collectible by the state government. So by so doing, we have streamlined the collection process, thereby improving service delivery. So the taxpayers now happy, and they can pay their taxes easy without any problem. So as we are trying to reform some of our tax laws now, as you are aware, the Presidential Reforms Committee on Fiscal Policy and Taxation have recommended for the reduction of the number of taxes collectible across the tiers of government from about 55 to a single digit of 8 or 9 number of taxes collectible. So by the time this reform is rooted, you can see the number of taxes collectible will reduce to a single digit. So we plan to adopt this policy so that the taxpayer will not have to be paid with double collections from different revenue agencies.
All right, we will see how transparent this particular system is. Thank you so much for your time, Executive Chairman, Jigawa State Internal Revenue Service, Nasiru Idris.